Still not used to this vision. Depth perception gets weird without another eye. Sometimes it's hard to tell if I'm looking at a tree or another person. Colors seem more sharp. Going back home is a bad idea. Maybe going back to Rosewood will be a bad idea too. That's what he wants. Says that might be the only way to actually make a difference. It's fine. Maybe the old man will be gone and he won't be able to give me a hard time about his books. I'm just gonna grab a piece of wood. Sound like they're coming back. I wonder if they caught anything.
So, Lear.
Avi.
Hello.
Toriel. Catch anything?
Brought food. Yeah. We caught 3 rabbits all together.
3.
Mm-hmm.
It's better
3.
than the last one.
I'm gonna scoot over here.
The snowstorm getting any lighter out there?
It's cold and it kind of itches my ear when the wind blows through it. It's difficult to explain, but I'm not sure how it's gonna go.
Hopefully it'll pass soon.
Yeah, hopefully. At least we have this place and it's kind of warm in here.
We're running low on
Shit.
wood.
Why are they?
Should pass that. I mean, weather's gotta go at some point, right? Doesn't just stay in one place.
Yeah. We're gonna have to be positive.
Do you run into anything else
So-
out there?
Mm-mm. I didn't notice anything much other than snow and wind and snow and cold and rabbits, which is good. At least we got rabbits. Yeah. What have you been doing here alone? Did you miss us?
No.
Lies. All lies.
Mostly just listening. Hoping no one comes back to reclaim this igloo.
What would happen if that would be the case?
Well, someone needs shelter.
We have. Yeah, we'd have to ask if we can share.
Huh. You don't seem of the same idea, do you?
Not really keen on strangers in the same space.
Well, the overdeveloped sense of hearing kind of helps if they try anything, especially in our sleep. But if we can make peace wherever we go, then why not try? I know when
Draws and all. But there's some good people who helped them after all. Some of them.
I suppose.
I think she kind of has a point. Sometimes strangers are, you know, mean. I didn't really meet many good people, unfortunately, in my life. I wouldn't want them to stay out of the snow and the wind and to freeze to death, but at the same time, I don't really want to risk us.
I suppose so.
It's a hypothetical anyhow, unless they come back.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We're kind of just. I mean, I probably am the only one stressing over the fact that they may come back, but yeah, hopefully they don't come back, right? Hopefully they found a better home somewhere else.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Was anyone less than an hour out in this weather?
Depends. Depends on your gear,
Maybe
I
they
suppose.
had that or other stuff to help themselves with.
Anyone smart's not out in the snows right now anyway. Not until daybreak, at least.
Yeah. That is true. So, the Rosewood institution. Well, first off, these outfits, they're pretty comfortable, I would say. I never really owned something like this. But, what do you know about that place, exactly?
Well, you were there longer.
Sort of. You talked more.
I suppose so. But it's usually the quiet ones that are more observant.
when we left, it was just a bunch of kids trying to figure out their way. Trying to learn spells and get better at combat. Some of them were built for it. Others you could sort of just tell they were trying to get by. What they're like now, though, who can say? It's less of a place, don't you think? At this point, at least. With what we heard about the school.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Apparently, he was taken by the rift.
The
He made it
rifts.
out.
Oh. Well, at least that's good. I mean, there probably wouldn't longer be
We don't know how many made it out.
Rosewood institution if they didn't make it out, but yeah, that's a good thing at least, right?
Yeah.
Optimism,
that's what we're
I guess.
hearing.
So
What
wait a
travels?
moment. You two mentioned that you were there already, so is there anyone you know there? You must have made some friends, right?
You're looking at him. There
Yeah,
was one
nice.
other. She left too.
She left. Are you talking about Krista? Eleanor?
Ellis? A
Sarvira.
lot of hers. Sarvira.
We rode the ship out together, actually. She should be back in Flint's with her father.
He pointed me in your direction.
I was able to find you.
I suppose I'll have to thank
You
her.
didn't look. You didn't look very happy that he found you. Also,
Surprised, I suppose. And Rose is dangerous.
yeah, it is dangerous, I suppose.
It can be dangerous.
Could eat you alive.
He does have a spear.
Stop. Don't encourage him.
Go, Avi! Come
Maybe not
on,
right
you
now.
know you love us deep down.
The more you make me try to agree with it, the more I'll deny you.
And the more you deny me, the more I will try.
Vocally deny.
What's that supposed to mean?
Ooh.
Your lips say one thing, but your mind might say another thing. That's the whole point of lying.
You're both annoying.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be difficult to get rid of.
Maybe you'll find someone else to annoy once we get there.
That might be true. But I'm always going to come back.
And I with him.
Oh, you're with him now. Good luck.
Yes, it'll be like a boomerang tied to another smaller boomerang.
She has a knack for getting into trouble. She'll be your problem, I
So
suppose.
did I.
Oh, I know.
Our problem.
Right. right. You're part of this squad. I mean, we seem to all have the same logo on our backs, so I guess we're all a squad, right?
Well, to be fair, that was all the clothes that we had for you.
We're still a squad, right? We're still a squad, right, Avi?
Right. Yes, of course.
So earlier, tell him something. This is not right.
I think there's snow in my ears.
Ah. Yes, yes, yes. I love both of you too.
Huh. You ever been to A6? No.
No, never.
Rosa your whole life then.
You could say so, I guess. I mean, I traveled a little bit in there, but I wasn't really free to travel, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Well... Should I tell you both a secret? Well, before, Sorlier kinda appeared out of nowhere in a very, weird situation. In a very lucky situation, of course. I'm glad that you appeared. I mean, I was really in trouble when you did, come to my aid. But... I was technically, their property. I was not a free folk. I was a slave. I hope that you don't, I hope that you both are not very, you know, just hope that this doesn't change anything, right?
No. It doesn't.
How about you?
Nothing.
Right.
I probably should
This
have
makes me a
known.
little happy. For a moment, I actually thought that you both were gonna, like, chase me out there. That would have been dramatic. That would have been tragic. That wouldn't have anywhere to go, really. And that's partially why I'm sticking with you both, too. Which is not a bad thing, of course. I love your company. Both of you.
By West A6, Varens are seen as slaves.
Huh?
Alvies.
What?
There's word going around that they dress Averans up in armor and dip them down into the rifts, artificially making metallic aetherite. Hard to get that stuff. They only really spawn during the immersion of rift or after it. So it's
I don't know anything about the Rift deck. So you're trying to tell me that only where there's a rift, there is the stuff to do that stuff?
I don't know, but that's I at least know
that much about metal aetherite, because it's so tied to what they do to us.
Right. You think that perhaps Rosewood is going to accept a little more?
They always need the numbers.
might be useful to them.
In any way you can.
Hmm.
What do you have to offer?
Okay. Huh?
What do you have to offer?
What you good at?
Guess.
You're real good at hunting.
I can. You think I would be good enough?
Especially if you hunt in Droza.
As I said when we were walking down the path, things are bigger here, meaner and more aggressive. And I wouldn't have gotten at least 2 of those rabbits if it weren't for you.
If we go anywhere
Alright,
else in the world, that'll just be easy pickings for you. Things are smaller in A6, and at this point I can say I've been around the world.
Well, you're gonna have to at least tell me some stories now that you said that. But thank you. Yeah, I guess I could hunt.
I can tell you some stories, or like some stuff about the people at Rosewood, at least the ones that I met.
Oh, yes.
That might be
I would
good
like
for
to hear
her
about that.
before we get there. Also getting the rabbits.
Yeah, I want to know more.
Ah.
And I the rabbits.
You looking for the rabbits, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is here.
Go on. I'm listening.
Oh yeah, the story.
Well, I suppose I could start with, like, perhaps the most iconic person I believe that is in Rosewood.
They call him the Wall.
Unwavering, unmoving, unsurmountable, and unchanging.
The wall? What? Huh? Is it like
He
some kind of pit fighting title?
I don't think so. It's just what he's kind of just seen as. He's probably been there the longest, the most dedicated, and just overly stubborn to, well, not really like stubborn like as in personality, but once he has his feet set into the ground, shield up, facing the enemies, he won't move. His name is Lafon. Drank him like earlier.
He's not that impressive.
Oh, you mean he's a dragonkin?
Yes, he's a lot. He's nice. He's nice and kind.
Why did you stutter saying that? Are you sure they're nice and kind?
Yes, I'm sure he's nice and kind. I was just gonna phrase it in.
He's too soft for his own fucking good.
Well,
Oh.
I think he's soft enough. But I mean, I was
able to
push around a little.
So I guess that's kind of true.
Wait, this is confusing. You said that it's called the wall. and
He's
he
a
doesn't
rabbit.
move, but now you're saying that he's soft. What?
Okay, but he's like in combat and him to talk to are two different people, but they're the same person because they kind of exude how kind he is, how nice he is, because he would put himself in the front lines, always putting himself in danger to ensure that everyone has an easier time to fight against things. He's really well armored, has a shield, I think a sword, and yeah, just because of those, that he's just what has got around that he's called the Wall of Rosewood.
I need to fix that toggle. I can only have my dagger out if I have my gambits on.
You're not gonna seriously
Guess that makes
go,
sense.
right?
Very.
Very? Like,
Taller than earlier.
as big as the ceiling or something?
I don't think so, but he would probably have to crouch under that door.
He is really
Oh.
tall. It's annoying.
Oh. Annoying? Well, how about you, Sailor? Do you have any friends in Rosewood? Maybe someone that you like? Which is, would be probably rare. But, do you?
Not really. Maybe the two of you. And Sarvira, wherever she is. I suppose that's not true. Caleb and I got along a little bit. We almost killed the alchemical teacher.
Huh? What?
I heard that.
I was going to be very happy that you said that you actually like us, but now you said that you almost killed the someone teacher. Huh?
He deals with herbs.
I've heard he avoided half his weight that day.
Yeah.
And what is this teacher called?
Don't remember.
I do. Told me on the first day, and I could not remember, so he tried to beat it into my head.
Oh.
His name is Professor Buck Brandy Buck Bombadil.
Well, that is a very long name. I don't think I will remember it really.
Professor Buck Brandy Buck Bombadil.
Rock, Brandy, Buck, Bomb.
Bomba.
Bumblebee.
Nailed it.
Close enough.
Professor Bumblebee. Okay. This rabbit is good.
You caught it. I suppose both of you did.
Had a lot of fat on it too, so it's gonna be really juicy and tender.
So you mentioned this friend of yours. Tell me more about them. I want to know everything.
Friend is a strong word. He's kind of an idiot. But he was easy to talk to. He tried really hard. Yeah, just a
That's what it takes.
generally nice guy, I guess. He was an orc. Don't know where he was from, though.
Oh.
His name is Caleb.
Alright, I see. Anyone else that you really liked? You're thinking about it for such a long time.
Got along with Jackson okay.
Yeah, Jackson was real nice.
A Viking. Really small.
Oh.
People always
Sure,
estimate
doesn't
Sure,
me.
they spoke about.
People have a habit of underestimating them. But he and Sarvira both proved them wrong pretty easily all the time. I think that's what I liked about
Is
them.
it because they're small?
Exactly.
Exactly.
But I am. Never mind. Who else is there? Or do you used to know at least?
Well, other than the pair of them, the Ferrari were okay.
Wait, Ferrari?
Yeah. They helped out around the school.
You keep... I mean, they keep... Waves? At Rosewood?
You could say that.
Technically. I do hope they treat them well, though.
Well, you knew those people, at least when you were there. Did they used to treat them well?
Compared to how they're treated here, I'd say they have it pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey then, I'll trust you. Who knows? I can have more Ferrari friends. I used to have some. They didn't last that long, usually.
What is it?
Well, I was thinking that you can still see the stars even through the mist. I mean, smoke or whatever the poofy stuff is out of the fire. Well, you can still see the stars. Even though every now and then you kind of probably confuse a few for some snowflakes. Have you ever stargazed?
Yep.
The school had the best place to do it.
She got me into the habit of it.
Oh, I see. So, are you guys like, a thing? You seem to have like a good relationship going on. You know,
Thing?
like, mates, soulmates, like, you know, the relationship stuff.
Don't look at me like that. If you're expecting me to answer this question before you do, then you've got another thing coming.
I think she likes you, Avi.
I will throw
Then
you
I
both
will
into the
not-
snow.
I will not answer the question then.
And we will bag outside of the right there for the whole night if you do.
It won't work. I've gotten used to your begging.
We'll find better ways. I'm pretty sure Avi can make a very good puppy face. Avi, hit her! Hit her with a puppy face! I know you can.
I reserve that weapon specifically for when I really, really want to push for things.
Oh, that is...
Mm.
That makes sense, yeah. Gotta have to teach me better sometime.
Way better at it.
So... I know it's silly of me to ask about food while we have food, but what do they usually eat at Rosewood?
Last
kinds
we
of
were
stuff.
there, I can't even remember what kind of food they had. I only remember the juice.
Juice?
You've only ever ate 2 things in an entire time there.
It's all the same.
No, it's not.
It all tasted the same.
No, you would be so against eating the potatoes. And the broccoli, that didn't taste the same now, did it?
I don't like them. I wouldn't know.
Does the pomegranate juice taste the same as the steak?
Absolutely not. Have you ever had pomegranate juice?
I wasn't really allowed to eat much. I don't think I've even ever had sugar or whatever. I heard of it. I never got to. And milk, you kind of had to steal it, really. And if they found out about it, oh, it was really trouble.
The first thing, and I hope they still have it, I want you to imagine a glass full of rubies, but you can drink it.
A glass full of rubies?
That's pomegranate juice.
It's a
Like stones?
it's a really, really red juice, like red liquid. Like imagine water, but if it was red.
Like
And it,
blood?
no,
Sort of.
no, not like a deep red. No, it's not that red.
Blood?
Like fresh,
It's transparent. No,
sort of.
it's transparent. It's not opaque like blood.
Depends on how much
So
of it you
red,
have.
but not blood.
Is that why you enjoy it? You just pretend it's blood?
Do you think I'm a monster?
There was some questionable things you've done.
Can't argue that.
Like what?
Yeah, like what, Avi?
She like once wanted to steal a knife, and got really, really worried why.
Knives can be used for a lot of things, like
Oh,
cutting a rope,
shiny.
or cutting a rope, or cutting into a rabbit, or... It's not suspicious, but... No, you're right. Knowing a little bit earlier, just slightly, I believe that maybe it is suspicious if she asks for a knife. So, what did you do with it?
What did you do with it?
I hid it in my bedroom.
Why?
Did Christopher really leave Rosewood?
He better have.
Okay. By that statement alone, I know. He did. Christopher is one of the original people part of my team in Rosewood.
Team?
Yeah, in Rosewood we are divided into 6 separate teams.
Oh, what's the name of them?
They take aspects of the schools of magic, though you are not inclined to study those schools of magic. It's just the way we kind of arbitrarily sorted each other. There's Team Lumen. That was, I think, Sorlia's old team. There's Team Ignis, the one Gelib and Lafana are part of. There's Team Ventus, Team Terra, Team Umbra, and then Team Aqua. That was my team.
Huh, okay. So... Will you go back to that one then?
Don't know. I forgive it then. It's all in the past.
Huh?
How do you know they've changed?
What happened?
I don't, because I said goodbye to them on my last day.
Goodbyes make people vulnerable and they say whatever they'd like.
I don't want to hold on to the past when going to somewhere of an old place, when we are also looking for a new beginning.
Avi? What happened with Team Aqua?
There was a whole ordeal with my parent, with an apparent necromancer that was apparently terrorizing the village nearby the Rosewood Island. And, knowing how a cult works, that it thrives off an aspect of your own deepest, darkest desires, or even just a dark feeling from within that people try to not indulge upon. I suppose I sympathize for the necromancer, especially after hearing I think she was Severin. I wanted to keep her alive because, well, through her magic I can tell that in all truth she was
I see.
okay, where was I? Where was I before I suddenly fell asleep? Right, the necromancer. Yeah, all that cult stuff. And our initiative in Rosewood was to slay rift beasts. But that kind of got askewed at the beginning. First there was rats, fish people, and then mage.
Wait, you mean rats and fish people like the Viraka?
No. I think these were actual creatures. Monsters. But
I forgot to put my rag back in.
among the rat people there was a human. A human turned rat.
It's good for now.
Theo. I remember his name because no one else did. From the logs we got, started researching about the whole thing. Theo was a tortured soul. Never wanted to be like that, but he was forced into it, and because he was a threat, you had to kill him. I've always wanted to advocate that. Could have happened another way, but I do believe that at some point our hands were forced. Still doesn't make it any better. The fish people were another thing. They were, I believe they were taking down a 16 trade, going to Favera and such. And they were a threat to that and our own. So it said that we kept them alive or we would soon starve to death. That was a tough choice too, but necessary one. But they were just doing what they were doing. And then came the necromancer. Apparently, initially,
the necromancer was threatening the village, turning their dead into little puppets that can use the necromancy magic. The villagers would perhaps had to offer one of their own if it did not get what it wanted. But deep down, I knew there was someone still in there. Someone lonely.
You don't know that.
I thought that if we could maybe treat this another unfortunate soul that's probably been beaten down in all corners of life, that we can change them for the better. Looking back at it, I wish I'd done something. But I understood why the actions were justifiable execution. But that's not what I came to Rosewood for. That's different now. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. You were talking about what happened with me and Aqua. Well, I wanted to learn the names of the people that were taken by the necromancer. And pay my respects to them, because they didn't deserve that either. Be brought back. The graves were looking a little dingy. They've been there for a while. So I wanted to carve the names a little deeper into the gravestone. Apparently that might have been more harm than good, because I think gravestones are made in a certain way. But I think everyone looked at it as me defiling a grave. But I can see how that looks. It looks bad if someone were to just walk by. My team seemed to have believed it. That I did that out of
Then they didn't know you.
I don't know. I don't know what they thought, but they seemed to have believed it, so I didn't care to prove them otherwise. Let them believe what they wanted to believe. And so,
No.
as punishment, each of my teammates had to punch me.
What? Punch you?
Yeah.
No,
And they
this
did.
Is wrong. This is so wrong. How long were you with these people? I mean, I know you for a little bit, and I would say that you wouldn't do something bad. I mean, I don't think you're bad. I don't even think Sorrel is bad, even though she doesn't smile that much. But still, I don't think Sorrel is bad either. So like, why didn't you tell them that you weren't meaning to do something bad?
Because they believed it. You didn't see their faces, but it was written on their expressions that they probably would have believed me if I said something, but that wasn't the point. It's that they didn't initially believe me, or think I wouldn't do something like that. I suppose in that moment I just felt like my trust was broken with them. If it had been any of them that did that, I would have sided with them No questions asked. I wouldn't have punched my teammate no matter what. I suppose it's a sort of like treat. I would want to be treated the way I treat other people.
Hmm. Well, can you promise me something? Well, I cannot promise you that I'm never gonna make mistakes or trying to say that maybe if me and Sorlier ever have a conflict with you, could you speak about it instead of just, you know, leaving bad stuff instead?
It would depend how you guys look at me in the moment. Again, it's the initial belief. It's not if you would believe me if I said something. It's the I know this person and they would never do something like that.
It's about loyalty then, right?
That's what I chalk it up to. Or perhaps maybe I was the one who was a bad loyalty. But then it's more so I would have wanted to be accepted for the person that I am.
Well, I like you as you are. And I'm pretty sure Solier does too, right? She meant yes.
I know.
So,
But yeah. That's my whole thing with Aqua.
well, so technically it's gonna be a no with getting back to them or something.
No,
Mm.
I'm not against it. I'm just not sure how I would feel about it. I haven't seen them in about a year, I think. Nearly? At this point? I don't know what they're like anymore. Things change. I've changed. I don't know if I'm the same Avi that they seen before. If they'd want that. They want the same Avi before. Maybe they'd want me to mature a bit more. Maybe they've seen things that made them mature more. I don't know.
Hmm. Well, I hope they're gonna be happy to see you back.
I hope so too.
And you, earlier? Why did you leave? Did you also have some kind of fight with this Aqua team?
No. I didn't really feel like I needed it. That somehow it was not good for me to be there. I could do better somewhere else. It always sort of felt like something was missing. That I needed to go and look for it before I'd be satisfied. I think I had
Did
found
you
my
find-
answer.
Huh? And what was it? Don't tell me it was us.
It was home.
Home? You mean...
Just
ones
needed
that
to
did.
let go still, I guess. Going back in its own way helped, despite the losses. Confirmed things, you know?
Guess. You. Did you have hope they would accept you back?
I suppose that's the only thing you could call it. Maybe that's Rosewood's fault.
Well, Rosewood's fault? Why?
Durs is a cruel teacher. You don't really have those sorts of thoughts. Rosewood is full of people who don't know any better. Don't know what life is like over here. They put ideas in your head. They give you hope, I suppose.
But is that a bad thing, really?
No. It's not. Not with caution, at least.
Caution. What way?
Sometimes people do things because they feel like it, or because they want things a certain way. They're not careful or tactful. They take unnecessary risks. Because of an idea they have or a hope that they want. You can't just do things blindly. You have to think. I think I forgot that when I left. But I know it now, and I won't forget again.
Sorry about your eye.
Don't be. I'm not.
You mentioned the people in Rosewood are not like the ones in Drosa. So, would you say they are better or worse?
I suppose it depends. They're
lot.
not as cruel. But I'm not sure. Sometimes it's kind of like what you would imagine an infant. Like they don't know any better. They sort of have these expectations that things will go a certain way. And then when they don't, they scramble. But
Scramble in the sense that they leave the fight or something? What do you mean with that?
no. I suppose more so they don't know what to do next. But Avi has a point. It's been over a year. Who knows how they've changed?
Maybe they will be better. Right? For all of us.
Maybe. There's 2 more morsels by the fire that belong to both of you.
Right. Are you still hungry, Avi?
I suppose I can take another.
Yeah, me too.
Good. Don't fight me on that.
That was weird. Okay. My paws, they were kind of slippery there for a moment. Yeah, about food.
F.
Avi, we have to raid the kitchens. They must have kitchens, right?
Yeah. They should. No, I don't know how they're besting now that, I think they don't have the school no more.
Oh, right. You did mention that.
Rumor has it that they fly now.
Fly?
On an iron boat or something?
Like birds? I didn't think... Huh?
That's what the rumors say, but I've never heard or seen anything like that.
That's gonna be interesting. These are the first people that I really meet out of being... in my previous situation before you guys. But... I really can't wait to meet all of them.
I think they'll like you just fine. I think you'll meet many nice people.
Oh. I didn't really... couldn't imagine why they would like me.
Because you're small
Why do you
and
guys like
kind.
me? I mean, you didn't really throw me out yet. Yeah.
You might have found a reason or two.
So earlier? Tell me, why do you like me?
Because you don't cause me any trouble. We should make that a true
but
statement.
You would still like me even if I... You would like me even if I did cause trouble, right? Not like I plan on doing so, but...
Depends. You being chased by a bunch of war claws?
Well, you have a point there.
It'll be an opportunity for you to see the rest of the world, I suppose. I didn't know there was much outside of Droza before I left. It's gonna be the same for you.
I traveled a little bit in Drosa and I heard of other slaves that traveled away from it, but I never really heard that much outside of it. There was this pirate guy, actually. He was really cool. His name was Rogue Sorche, and he kinda left, escaped. But according to him, he was sold from his crew. He did something bad. I never really knew what he did. But he was so cool. He knew a lot of stories and a lot of songs. Do you like songs?
Yeah, I like songs.
Can't say
How
I've
about
heard
you?
very many.
Oh. Maybe they have some songs at Rosewood that we can both sing together, right?
in your dreams.
Well, I'll convince you eventually.
Good luck.
Oh, I will take the luck and I will convince you. And Avi will help me too, right?
How long do you think I've been trying? You got a long way to go.
Not long enough. Together, we will make it. Together.
I haven't stopped.
About the rift beasts. Do you really think that the Rosewood Academy eventually will make it?
I don't know. I've not seen anything else like them. And they seem to be doing something right. If they don't make it, then they'll get pretty close. Try not to think about that part, though. It's easier if you don't.
It's just difficult. This is the first taste that I have of this freedom, and I want to see everything, but that is really an obstacle in my plans. I want to know more about the world.
Well, that's sort of why we're going. So there's still a world left.
So, I assume that you guys, not me, that you will have to fight the Rift Beasts too?
Yep. Won't be the first time.
But I don't really have much for myself to fight with. I mean, I have these claws of mine, but I don't think they can really do much pain. Could I count on you guys if ever there was just gonna be a situation like that?
Have you counted
never in
on us so
danger.
far?
That's true. I'm just scared. There's more people and more stuff to do, and how do I know that you're not gonna leave me behind?
That's not going to happen. You'll be surrounded by more people that can help. More people, more protection. Think of it that way.
More people, less stuff we need to do.
Oh. You're right. Yeah,
Besides, the more
you're
important-
right.
The more important stuff is that we have each other. That's the most important part. So, that counts in the more things and more important things.
Well, I promise that whatever happens, I will come to your help if you need me. Which is probably not gonna be much, but I will still try.
That's all we would need. Just do your best.
I'll try. So much. I almost cannot believe it. It was almost surreal. Like... How to explain it? Have you ever had like a big plan that you thought that was not gonna happen, but it was so close and so there?
I suppose.
Yeah, it's so scary and so... It's... How do you say when you're like scared, but not really scared, in a good way?
Excited?
Yeah, excited. I'm excited about it, yeah. Not excited to be near the rift beast, but still excited to meet new people, better people, from outside of Droza. Yeah. I want to leave everything behind.
Well, it'll be different. I can promise you that. Have you ever seen a forest before? One that wasn't covered in snow?
No, never. I mean, my friend, the one that I was talking to you about before, he told me that there was places of green. I really know. I never seen such.
Well, it was
So,
very green.
It's real?
Very real. And warm.
Oh. Fun too.
You ain't seen nothing yet until you seen the Favarian forest.
You'll
You
have to
ever seen
take
a blue
us.
tree before?
Blue.
Yes.
Blue?
There's blue trees, red trees, orange trees, pink trees, purple.
Purple? I mean, the fire is orange and red.
Just imagine that on a tree.
Except it doesn't need to be autumn.
Autumn?
Oh, right.
Aaron, you only ever experience the summer and winter. It's when trees are prepping for hibernation, so they start losing their leaves. They turn...
All the green trees start to turn brown and
orange and red, but except that's more natural in Favera.
What happens to the leaves? What
They
do
fall.
they lose it? They fall? And what do they do? Do they eat it? Is it good to eat the leaves?
No, the trees fall into a hibernation state.
Oh. Oh.
I suppose the trees here are in a constant state of
Hibernation. Either that or they've just
learned to survive.
They're no good for firewood, though.
No.
Oh. But your past. Where are you guys from exactly? I mean, I know the Sorlier is from here, but how about you, Avi?
Vera.
Oh, right then. Did you have a family?
We all have families, Tariel. That's a
Yeah.
soft spot
Dick.
for him.
Dead? Or did? What did you just say?
I did.
And what happened to them?
They relocated because of the rifts. Moved to Swelling Pole.
Did they move out without you?
No one had to stay with my pops.
Half
Do you
truths.
know where they are now?
No.
Oh. I'm not even gonna try to ask you, Sorler. Pretty sure they tried to kill us or
You could say it runs in the family. Do you have any memories of your own?
Oh, I used to have a mother. We got separated when I was younger. I don't know where she is now, but I hope her masters are kind to her.
She looks up at the stars a lot.
Maybe all our families are also looking at the same sky, right?
Fully.
I used to tell myself that as a comforting thought when I left Rosewood. You know, the world is a lot bigger than I thought it was. But somehow, knowing that somehow we were all staring up at the same sky every night made it feel a bit smaller. Less far away, you know?
Sorry about what they did to you and all of that.
I don't need your apologies. You had no part in it. It's not worth dwelling on. It happened and it's over.
Well, something that comforted me when I was with my masters. I met many other slaves, and, well, in some kind of way we were family, you know? We shared the same roof, same food. We slept all together. Family doesn't need to be by blood. It can be simply the company you're with.
At least we see eye to eye on that, Toriel.
Did you just make a joke? Did you? I took. Never mind. I did not say that.
Careful.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You just. I am not very well versed in language. That will be my excuse for now.
I don't actually care.
Okay. For a moment I thought that you were gonna, again, throw me out there or something.
I can take a joke.
I'm glad.
You're quiet.
I also noticed that too. Are you okay?
It's hard to think when talking about river, at least swelling pole. Allied troops on the horizon of the east. They'll make their way to Swelling Pole. Not already. Where Pops is.
Do you want to go there instead?
Scared of the truth. Not knowing. There's some glimmer of hope that he's alive. Dying there, not finding him. It would just make it a reality.
It's important I hold on to that hope.
That's true. We gotta stay positive. Or at least try.
You can't run from it forever. Eventually you'll know. It's just a matter of when.
There's a ship coming soon, right?
In the southeast of Joza?
Yeah. We're close to the pass. Once we make our way through the mountains, should only be a couple hours walk. We'll have to stick close to the cliff's edge. We don't need to be caught by raiders.
I've never taken a ship. How is it?
Don't ask me. I get motion sick real easy.
It can be hard on you. If you've never been on a ship before, brace yourself. You'll have to find your balance. Everything is always moving. The wind never stops.
I can barely find my balance on like still ground. I can
Well, if you're
barely find my.
If you're
Huh?
restless, you have to find some way to expend that energy within a confined space.
Confined space, like a cage.
I guess in a cage there's at least this expectation that you won't be moving much. but like there is space to move, but not that much.
So, what the do we do on the ship exactly?
We just wait. and
You
see.
wait. You eat, you sleep, you help, you wait.
Eat? Like, eat fish?
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
Fish,
Oh.
water. If you're lucky, real meat. But they don't always have that.
Oh, wow.
If we're lucky, they'll
You
have
know what?
booze.
Pirates
Booze?
always have booze.
Not every ship is. Not every like crew on a boat is pirates.
Maybe not. But
I like pirates.
they're not bad, and they're probably cheap. Who else wants to sail kids around the world? Though I suppose we're not kids anymore. The world is ending. They need all the help they'll get. I imagine official navy is busy taking care of other things, and pirates are the only choices they have. Now, I could be wrong. I don't really care that much.
I still get stopped and be like, "You sure you're old enough?"
You have a baby face.
I'm grown.
You have
I'm an
pudge.
adult.
Yes, you are.
That doesn't change the fact you still have a baby face.
I'm almost 21.
Oh, how about you, Sirler? How old are you?
I never bothered to count.
Huh.
I'm not even sure when my
Well-
birthday is. Never really
Me
cared.
neither. Never cared though? I can't agree with that.
What does it matter?
Well, I heard that some people like to make like a celebration whenever they're born. Don't you want a celebration too?
I'm sure you can understand that that's not really my thing.
Well, but it doesn't have to be loud or like with a lot of people. We can make like a tiny celebration. Like you could have something, well, something good to eat, right? Or whatever you like doing when you're alone, but like with friends. Maybe me and Avi can be together and help you celebrate, right?
What?
My baking skills may have gotten a little rusty, but I can still make something.
Mm.
Come on, you know it doesn't sound that bad, right?
I can try my best at making a pomegranate cake. Pie?
Fine.
She said yes! And we didn't even have to activate our puppy faces!
The day you make a treat made out of pomegranate, that day will be my birthday.
Avi, we gotta raid the kitchens to find all the ingredients.
I have to time it well, though. It's gotta be a special day.
Yeah, I agree. I heard of something, it's weird to say, I know it's very, very, very weird to say, because whenever I heard of surprises, it was more like surprise attacks, and it wasn't really a good thing. But I heard of like a surprise that is a good surprise, like a positive one, you know? Like a surprise that doesn't kill you.
Yes.
Maybe we could make it a surprise, not an attack one. A surprise, just a surprise, like a good one, right?
I don't like surprises.
Yeah, most of them really kill you. So, most of them are surprise attacks, or what I
The
know.
more you bring it up as a surprise, the less it's a surprise, you know.
You make a point. You're right.
I have my moments.
How do you surprise in a positive way someone that doesn't like surprises?
Just don't make it a
Abby,
big deal.
You seem to be smart. Huh?
The more involved it is, the less enjoyable it is. It doesn't need to be anything extravagant. That just makes it a hassle.
Well, how about harassing you with our company?
You lost me at
Just me
harassing,
and Abby. Huh?
but I wouldn't hate it.
That's great. Alright then. Surprise, but like kind and gentle, without no killing. Or being killed.
Yeah. That's the criteria, I suppose.
Yeah. For the time that I've known you, you kind of always are. Not always, but mostly quiet, and you don't smile that much. So, what do you like to do, really?
I don't know. I suppose I like to watch. I've never really spent much time relaxing. Didn't really have the time.
You like to watch? Oh! Do you like sheep?
They taste pretty good.
No, wait, not to eat, like, alive. They are, like, fluffy, usually, and poofy, and they're pretty cute, too.
I've never really looked at them long enough. We kept some
Oh,
as
wow.
livestock.
They're fun to watch.
What's so fun about them?
Well, when you really don't have a choice to watch after them, it kind of become almost fun to watch them. You know, they prance around, they do little hops when they're happy, and they commute. They not really commute. They don't really talk like us. They more like interact with each other. It's kind of fun to watch, really. Birds are that way too. They fly around, and it's pretty cool to every now and then glance up and see birds flying. Maybe you like to bird watch since you like to watch stuff, right?
I like the stars. Sort of.
Oh.
The moon, more so.
Oh, the moon.
I know. Don't think about it too much. Maybe Rosewood will have answers on that too.
No. Damn it.
Kind of a...
The moon fault.
Holy shit.
Your turn.
No, please. She was still here. Damn it. The moonfold. Kuthapira has left.
I think they crashed in actuality.
But yeah, I think so too. I kind of want to wrap up soon though, because I'm hungry. I want to shower.
Mm-hmm. Can't believe this thing's gonna be a three-parter.
Oh my god.
Oh, the moon. But you've always liked to watch it, right? It's not because of the development or of whatever it's going on there, right?
No. Always. Even before.
Are you sad about it?
Yes. It feels beyond us. And that makes it harder to think about, knowing that there might not be anything that I can do. But I am hoping Rosewood will have answers on that too.
Yeah, we gotta stay positive. Maybe they're gonna save our world and then the moon, right?
Maybe. Maybe it starts with
Maybe.
fixing all of this first. And then, with time, maybe that'll be fixed too, on the moon. I don't know how any of this works. I don't know where these things have come from, or what to do about them. But Rosewood seemed to have a plan, at least when we left. Or at least a goal in mind. It's more than what anyone else has.
I suppose. Even if that means going closer to the Rift Beasts.
Someone has to.
So, are you two really planning on possibly going to attack these creatures?
Yes.
Maybe this is just me, how I've lived, but I've tried to stay away from trouble. Are you sure that you really wanna go closer to it? I see.
Think about what happens if we don't. Even down to the basic level. If people don't stand in the way, then they go to the civilians, who can't do anything about it. But beyond that, if someone doesn't do something, then what will be left? What about that world you want to explore? Where will it be? think of it that way.
I've seen both of you fight. And in the past I've seen warriors slaughter many innocents, killing a whole caravan really. And if I only was able to fight, or wasn't this
I was there
myself
once.
or anything, I would have tried to stop it. But I didn't. So, if what you're trying to say is that you can stop from these creatures killing many that cannot fight, then I'll follow you. I'll follow you both.
That's part of it, at least. I want to leave this world better than when we found it.
We can make a change, right?
Yes.
Wow. That sounds pretty cool. I'm sorry, I'm getting all excited because soon we're gonna meet the others, and you guys are pretty cool yourselves. I don't even know where I fit in into this, but it's great. Thank you both for, well, keeping me around. I really mean it.
You saved my life. Counts for something.
Yeah. You saved mine first. I guess I just repay the favor.
So we're even then.
Yeah, even. Hopefully. I mean, you kind of had to fight and get hurt, and I just had to try to nurse you back to health, and... You know what? Sure, we're even. Long travel, and so much to do, and so much to see.
So what's wrong with taking the back streets?
I'm ready. I'm ready, but not ready. I'm like, excited, also scared. But I'm glad that you both are with me.
Maybe you'll find your bravery once you're there. It sort of puts things into perspective.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set up for first watch.
Okay. I'll wake you up in
Wait.
3 hours.
What? Are you sure you don't want to stay in? It's cold out there.
What do you take me for?
Someone that would like to stay into the warmth and doesn't like the cold, because no one really does.
Cold is all I've known. I missed it when I left it.